Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is AskBukky here, and today is AskBukky 2, and it's just me because no one wants to shoot with me and everyone's busy, and yeah, so it's just me today, and this is AskBukky 2. So I'm going to answer some of the questions I got on AskFm. I wrote them down on paper because I don't know how to edit the picture onto the video, and I'm not going to wait for that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this really quickly. I've picked the four most juicy questions, not the most important questions. All the questions are important. I'm going to answer them as I go on, but today I'm gonna do 4 questions, and they're the most juicy ones, I think. They're the most juicy ones. So I'm just going to get into it. Question number 1. What can I do to live down this whole label people associate with me with? Help. Okay. So when I got this question like last week. So when I got it, I thought about it a lot, and I thought it was a really good question because quite a lot of girls, like teenage girls, a lot of people, like there's quite like ho, she's a ho, she's a this, she's a that. So I thought this was a good question to answer, and that's why it's the title of the video and it's the first question I'm going to answer. So I thought about 3 main important things that can help you live down the hoe label. So number 1 is check your friends. So check your friends, change your friends. So as a girl, when you do something with a guy and it's all exciting, the first person you tell probably your friends, and put in the group chat or whatever, and that's how information carries along. So the people who call you a hoe, they must have found out that you're like really sexual somewhere, like someone must have said something, and it's probably your friends. So you need to know who you tell things to and who you trust and who you don't trust, and don't just not everyone needs to know your business. And if you're a really sexually active person, not everyone needs to know what you're doing behind closed doors. And that way, when you keep things to yourself, like for all you guys know, I might be a hoe, but you don't know because I don't go around telling people my business, and I just keep it to myself. So the point I'm trying to make is check your friends, and yeah, just be careful who you tell things to, especially like private things like that, because you don't want people calling you a hoe. Thing number 2 is who gets to define what a hoe is. Like, who says that, like, a hoe might be someone who's a hoe. Like, is it someone whose body count is 100, or someone who's had sex 100 times? Like, no one actually knows. Like, no one gets to say, this is definition of a hoe. Like, no one can actually, no one can call you a hoe because it's not actually defined. It's not in a dictionary or anything. Like, it's like anyone can be a hoe. Like, you can be a virgin and still be a hoe. Like, the point I'm trying to make here is no one actually can say who a hoe is. So if people call you a hoe, just dismiss it because it's actually not important. You might not be a hoe. You might be someone who just doesn't want a boyfriend. You might you get bored easily, and if you get a boyfriend, you might cheat on him. So just because you have a lot of partners, or you've had a lot of you've been with a lot of guys, doesn't mean you're a hoe. It just means you're not the type of person to settle down, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, everyone's different, and different things works for different people. Thing number 3 is, if you're a hoe, accept it. Just embrace it, because when you accept things like that, no one can ever use it against you. Like there are things about me as well, like when I just accept all my flaws, and when people use it against me, like, oh, you're fat, or you're this, you're that, I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. So it's something like that. If you're a hoe, if you like doing things, if you're sexually active and you enjoy yourself, then no one can use it against you. Or you're a hoe, and what? Like, I enjoy myself. What's your point? What's the point you're trying to make? So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're a hoe and you know in yourself that you're a hoe, then it doesn't matter, because then no one can ever use it against you. No one can call you a hoe. You will not get hurt by it. So those are the 3 things I think will help you live down the hoe association, and when people call you a hoe and you don't want it to affect you. So I think those are the 3 things that I think can help you. Okay, question number 2. This is quite lengthy. So hi, so my friend and this boy I want to move to have been broken up for almost a year now, but still chirps him, flirting infrequently, and she's still undeniably into him. So what I'm asking is, do I really have to wait until she's settled down with a boyfriend or something, or can I just go for it? No! No, you cannot go for it. You cannot go for it. Like, oh, no, that's bad friendship. That is really, really bad friendship. Like, I'm kind of in this situation. Well, I'm not even in this situation, but if Shauna or one of my other close friends tries to move to a boy that I'm still feeling, what's the meaning? Like, what? No, you cannot move to him, and you shouldn't have even let it get to the stage where you're actually feeling him and you're actually thinking of moving to him. You shouldn't have let it get to that stage at all. Like, you cannot move to him. You said yourself she is still into him, so you can't move to him. And if the feelings are so strong, you can't help but to move to him, then you have to talk to her first. You have to be like, listen, I like your ex-boyfriend and this, and you have to make sure that she's fine with it. She probably won't be, like us girls, like I won't be fine with it, but you need to talk to her friend first. Don't do anything behind her back. You need to talk to her first if that's what you're planning to do. So my point of view, my advice is don't move to him. Don't do anything behind her back. And if you are going to move to him, you need to talk to her first. And yeah, okay. Question number 3. I know of this person through a friend and I'm hella attracted to them, but I don't know if they're still active with an ex. What should I do? Rule number 1. Don't get involved with someone if they're still dealing with their ex, if there's still some unfinished business with their ex, if they're still talking to their ex, even if they're friends with their ex or anything with an ex, because you need to think when they were with them, like they were all, all loved up doing things together, and now they're not together and they're still talking or whatever, that like there's still feelings there. Do you know what I mean? So don't get involved with anyone who's still, like having sex with their ex or talking to their ex or whatever, because you're just going to get like pulled in and it's just going to be this like trio of like, you don't want to be in the middle of something like that. If someone is still messing with their ex, then you need to be like, listen, I'm feeling you, you say you're feeling me, but you need to stop like fucking with your ex, because you're not going to be in the middle of that. It's either like me or him. Like, don't give them an ultimatum. I'm guessing it's a boy or a girl, but yeah, don't give them an ultimatum. Just be like, what are you doing? If like it's an ex for a reason. So don't get involved with someone who's with an ex. Just remove yourself from that situation. You don't want to be with someone like that, because then it means that they're indecisive and they don't know what they want if they're still like dealing with their ex. So don't get involved with someone with an ex, and you need to like have a mature conversation with them saying, what are you doing? Like, I'm feeling you, whatever. And then just get to the, medium, like a point where you both agree on what you're going to do with each other. Just make sure the ex is out of the picture. Okay. Last question. I'm talking to this girl and she's being long, even though her best friend told me she likes me and she just wants to play hard to get. Now my ex has popped back up and wants to sort things out. #AskBukky. All these exes, man, they need to cut. They actually need to just go away. Just go away from the scenery. Okay, so you're talking to this girl and she's just playing hard to get. I understand the hard to get. Like, it's fun for the first time you're talking to someone. You just want to, play the field a bit, just challenge them, see what they can offer. But after a while, it gets boring and it's just kind of like, you just leave the boy hanging. And the boy's just like, what does he do now? And now that his ex has popped back up, it just gets to the point where you as the boy just need to realise you still have feelings for your ex. If you do, then you need to leave this girl alone and just go and like patch things up with your ex. If you don't, then you tell the ex to go away. You speak to this girl saying, your best friend told me that you like me and you're just playing hard to get. Like, you need to stop, because it's not cute, it's not fun anymore. And, you just need to just talk to her. Every time you have a problem, just talk to the person on like, a sensible ground and just find out what's going on. Say to her, I like you, I've been moving with you for some while now, stop playing hard to get, like I want you, just stop playing hard to get, and just see what she's saying. But if you still do have feelings for your ex, then sort things out with your ex and see where that takes you, for you guys might get married or something, whatever. So that's all the questions I have today, guys. And I'm going to do AskBukky 3, 4, 5, 6. So just keep asking me questions on AskFM. I'm going to answer all of them, I promise. It may not be as soon as I can. Well, it is going to be as soon as I can, but it may not be like every single day, because I can't post a video every single day. And yeah, so if you like this video, share it, comment, and subscribe to my channel.